Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bod Father, and as always, I bring you guys awesome interviews. And today, it is an honor and privilege to have my two good friends back on the show with me. They are from the band Children of October. I have Mr. Rico Mortis and Timmy the Slasher Gibson. I call him Slasher, I don't give a shit. Anyway,
I like it.
So they got a current album that's out right now called The Risen Dead, plus they're working on a new album, and they're getting ready to kick off their tour the day before my birthday, October the 7th, in New Jersey. It's called the Darkest of the Dark Roast Tour. So, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to have you back on here as always. And you guys got a lot of stuff working on right now.
Yeah, it's a pretty busy time right now.
Yeah, amen.
Let's talk about The Risen Dead, guys. It's your current album right now. What's impressed you both the most about making that album before it came out? What caught your eye about that one?
That album was a long time in the making. We started trying to think what we released before that. We released the hardcore EP before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was that in 2012?
Yeah, we released that in 2012, and then we started recording The Risen Dead in 2013. We started demoing it, actually, in 2012.
Yeah. And then we did all the drum tracks for The Risen Dead and the EP that's coming out maybe later this year at the same time. We did all of those in, August of 2013. And then...
oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, The Risen Dead. We just got really nitpicky with that record.
Yeah.
And it was finally released officially last July.
Yeah, that was a record that I think we're the most proud of, honestly, because it is, me and Rico both put a lot of time together into writing all these songs.
Yeah.
Where, like, a lot of past records, there's a lot of songs that have been lingering around for a while, or, it was just like, didn't put as much time and thought into, and, we're proud of our old records, but the new one is, this is one we feel like we finally accomplished what we've been setting out to do for 10 years.
Yeah, the Risen Dead, I think, it's pretty much 100% written by both Timmy and I. Like, there wasn't any, like, hey, I wrote this song and I wrote this song.
Right.
The whole thing is written by both of us.
Yeah.
That was my next question about the new album that's getting ready to come out here very soon. What impresses you guys about that one compared to this one? I know that Timmy had said this is basically one of your best albums he thought that's coming out here.
Yeah, that would be The Risen Dead, actually.
Oh.
That's the one. The EP that we have coming out soon, it's just going to be, it's a 5-song EP, right? Rick, 5 songs?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it was, basically, it's songs that we absolutely loved, but they just didn't fit the feel of The Risen Dead.
Mm.
So, they were all recorded for the album, and we decided, we're just going to keep them separate. Got a little more of a upbeat atmosphere to them, I would say. I don't want to say poppy by any means, but they're still about killing people and murder and all that good stuff. But
so I thought
they're definitely a little more upbeat, a little more of the punk edge compared to where The Risen Dead. We definitely got more into our thrash roots.
It's a little heavier. I like it.
Nice, very nice.
Any songs off The Risen Dead that stand out to you guys more than any, possibly, maybe?
I think I Want to Hear It stands out.
Yeah.
The last song on the record.
Yeah.
And then that song, My Damnation, just because it is the complete polar opposite of everything else on the record.
Yeah.
Like, it's a slow, like, kind of acoustic song.
Yeah, and I Want to Hear It is, that is just a straight up, I don't know how to describe that one. It's just a drum and guitar show in that song.
Yeah.
compared to the rest of the album, it's, just from start to finish, we're super proud of that one.
Yeah, that was a song. We sat on that song for years because we just didn't think anybody would understand it. And, like, I still don't think people understand it until they hear the record and, like, actually hear the song.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of structure to it. Like, I don't...
There's no chorus in that
Is
song.
there even a chorus in that song? No, there's not
No.
a chorus. So, yeah, do you remember when we wrote that song? It was like 2010
Probably
or 11.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
2010. Yeah, and the majority of the rest of them were written, from the time that we started writing the record. except for there's one song in the Risen Dead called Mambo Number 666. We wrote, actually, man, we did that during the Black album. I think we wrote that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another one.
Every time we recorded it, it just didn't get the feel that we were looking for. So we just kept putting it off for the next. Okay, we'll get to the next record. Okay, we'll get to the next record, and finally made it.
I thought I Want to Hear It's awesome. I Want to Be Your Sin, I thought was pretty damn good. Evil Will Catch My Fall.
Oh yeah,
I like it all, man. Even the crazy song.
Awesome.
You know, it's diverse. I like it. I mean, I know you guys said that you sat on this for a long time, but damn, man.
Yeah, we just hope people don't get bored listening to our record.
Well, I mean, you know,
we try and keep all the songs, you know, try to keep that diversity there.
What about producing, guys? Who helped produce this album, or did you guys DIY? You guys do it yourself?
Yeah, we just did it ourselves.
Yeah. We actually had a sound engineer do the mixing and mastering at the end. But yeah, when it comes to all the production, and other than recording the drum tracks in the studio, we recorded all the rest ourselves. And yeah, that was just a joint effort of me and Rico.
Here's a new question that I wanted to add in this, because I don't know if you guys have got some EPs and some albums that's out, but with the recording and things that you guys have done, as much as you guys have done, what helps keep your mind open to the writing process with different stuff and with that nature? What helps you guys? Ha! Stumper!
Man,
Yeah.
Man, got the stumper.
Well, I mean, you know, think about it. You guys got all kinds of music that's out. I mean, you're writing a new album. It's like, well, what can we do differently to make this not sound like this one, or write about something else? I mean, yeah, horror.
And you know what? And me and him have talked about. Me and Rick have talked about this before, where we've never really set out for a particular sound in a song, and I honestly believe that is what gives an album diversity. When you're not setting out to have a particular sound, and you write, you know, some songs over a couple of years, you're going to be in different moods. You're going to be in different points in your life. And honestly, I think that's what breeds different music. Rather than sitting down and saying, okay, let's write 15 songs this month, you know, and try to bang out a record that ends up all sounding the same. It's generally a collection of like some songs that we wrote over the last like 3 years. You know, if we have 20-some songs, we pick the best ones out of them. And, you know, there's never a particular direction we're looking in. And honestly, I mean, there's songs where like I'll have a riff and we'll be like, but then all of a sudden we'll start working on it, and it ends up being, you know, our favorite song in the end.
Yeah, and I think another thing is it is largely dependent on what we're listening to at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we were to write songs right now, they would probably sound like the Descendants. Because the Descendants just released a new record, and that's all we've been listening to.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I think if you listen to the record, and if you knew what we were listening to at the time, it would be painfully obvious. Like, oh yeah, they were listening to, I don't know, you know, Anthrax at the time, or they were listening to Dillinger Escape Plan at the time. Stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Or Timmy's always listening to Metallica.
Yeah, or Timmy's always listening to Metallica.
Are you guys got any new material that may be coming out later on a new album? Or are you guys writing on anything new? No, or what? What's going on?
We have a lot of songs that we were working on before we recorded The Risen Dead. And then the EP that's coming out has 2 re-recorded songs from an older record, and then 3 or 4 new songs. I can't remember.
Yeah, 3 new songs.
3 new songs. But we have really been kind of consumed with this upcoming tour. Because, I mean, we're doing that all ourselves, too. So that's taken up a large chunk of our time. I think as soon as we get back from tour, we'll probably start working on stuff for a new record.
Yeah, we like to wait till we get the feel for it, too. That's why there's like, sometimes there's a gap in time. I mean, between Die Baby Die and The Risen Dead, I mean, that was a 5-year gap. And, you know, putting that down, but, you know, we just wanted to be right. You know, we're not trying to fill in, you know, every year, just try to get a record out just to put a record out. Right. We want to make sure it's what we're proud of in the end. So, you know, whatever the amount of time it takes, that's what it takes.
What do you guys hope the folks take away from The Risen Dead once they start to listen to this bad boy? What do you hope that they get from it?
I hope people get kind of energized when they listen to that record. There's a lot of energy there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, same thing here. I mean, and that's something we try to do. Even if we're really, he's got a point where we're trying to capture what we do live. When we play live, we try to put out energy. We try to get energy off the stage, and and get it back from the people that are there. And that's what we really wanted to capture with this last album. And I think we did. I feel like we did. That we were able to finally capture the live energy that we normally have.
Yeah, I don't think we captured that with our previous records quite as much as we did with the Risen Dead.
The Darkest of the Dark Roast Tour is kicking off October 7th. What can fans expect on this tour from you guys when they get to come out and see you guys?
People can expect, I don't know, a lot of energy from this one. Because, I mean, like, we, when we were writing the set list for the tour, it wasn't explicitly said that we were just picking all of the most energetic songs, but that's what it ended up being, picking all the most energetic songs from the Risen Dead and our past records. So
yeah, apparently Rico doesn't think I do enough cardio work, so he picked this set list for this tour.
Yeah,
and he decided to pick all the songs that are just going to completely blow me out every show. So thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I picked all the songs that are over 200 beats a minute. So
all I can say is you better get your workout in, boy.
Yeah. We're also tell me what we're bringing out.
Oh yeah, coming with us on this one is Dean from pretty much every band. He's he played guitar in Darrow Chemical Company, and he played bass for the Misfits, the Misfits, Independence.
And,
he was in a metal band called Darkness Descends.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a good friend for as long as we've been playing with Darrow, so years.
Yeah, we're excited to go out with him. We think he's going to bring a lot of tour experience and definitely a lot of stage experience out with us. So we're really pumped to play with him.
Let's talk about the digital era of recording and putting albums out, and plus do it yourself. Do you like it this way? Because I know it helps out bands like you guys and everybody like this, but do you like this way of the recording era the way it is now with everything digital just about?
The recording process, honestly, is, I mean, it is a world of difference between this and, tape, doing things reel to reel. I mean, you can cut in, you can fix things, you can move stuff around real easy. I mean, definitely the process itself is infinitely easier. I mean, I know a lot of people really like the old tape sound, the warmer sound, but honestly, I believe, you do all that and then it still gets put on digital disc or digital download anyway, so it's like, what's the difference?
Yeah, I think that I agree with Timmy on that one. Like, if there's, how do I put this? If there's something that, I can do that'll make his job easier, like if I can edit something at home and then just send it to him, it makes it infinitely easier on whoever's doing the majority of the work. Like if he's like, can you fix this drum track or whatever, he can send it to me and I can fix it and I can send it back to him. Whereas 10 years ago,
great lately.
10 years ago, you probably could do that, but it wasn't quite as commonplace.
It would take 15 years to upload a WAV file. Now we're at a point where, we could just, if, me and Rick both, have the same programs we use to record, and then, if there's something I need done, or I could send it to him, and, he'll do editing, or he'll send it to me and be like, all right, do this and that, and, we're able to work it out together perfectly.
Yeah,
it's very convenient now. Compared to I couldn't imagine doing this on tape 20 years ago.
Try to send a WAV file and dial up back today.
Oh, jeez.
It'll be here in 7 hours, man. All right. I'll be ready. What does Children of October bring to the table for music that's not out there as of right now, guys?
For music that's not out there?
Yeah, for right now, yeah.
I think we're kind of doing our own thing, especially in this genre. There are a couple other bands that are doing some heavier stuff now, but it's still not common. And I think that we're kind of bringing the heavier, darker side of horror punk to the forefront.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's talk about the Misfits reunion here just a little bit. What do you guys think about that?
Ooh.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is something, I started listening to Misfits when I was, I had to be 7, 8 years old the first time I heard the Misfits. And, especially Metallica, when the Garage Days album came out in 87, my brother was a big Metallica fan. He was a lot older than me, so he just jam the stuff down my throat. And I've dreamed of the day to be able to see Glenn Danzig, with the Misfits again. Never thought it would happen. Now I'm old, and it happened. I wish I was 16 when this happened, because I'd still be crying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I think it's great. I think it's going to do amazing things for the scene and for the genre.
Well, let's hope it's all legit and good. I mean, you know what I mean? Because you know how it could blow up in any minute with those guys. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hope they keep it going.
For sure. Yeah, we're really hoping for a tour. I mean, that is something.
Yeah.
We've been playing music a long time. It's hard to get excited going to shows anymore, but that's a show that I'd be very excited to see.
I thought Lombardo was awesome on drums myself.
Yeah, definitely.
It was tight and it was right on spot and compared. But all right, Timmy, you're a Metallica head just like I am. I don't know if Rick likes them that well or not. But what about the new?
I can successfully listen to like 3 Metallica songs all the way through now.
No.
we have an agreement on the road that I don't play Metallica and he doesn't play NoFX, and that's what kept us together for 10 years. I think.
It's why we don't fight.
Yeah. But anyway,
what about the new Metallica single? What do you think about that?
The second I heard that, I immediately felt like I just went back to, again, being 7, 8 years old and listening to Kill 'Em All. I mean, that was just the feel I got out of it. Just energy. It just felt raw and it felt real. It didn't feel like they were forcing it.
Yeah, he was having a lot of epiphanies over these albums and everything. Man.
What's that?
I said you're having a lot of epiphanies over these bands and stuff coming back out, man. He's like,
I mean, it's true. I mean, between this new Metallica record, the Misfits getting back together, hopefully doing a record, that'd be amazing. The new Descendants record that came out, I think, is fantastic. Like, this has been a good year, at least for the bands that I like and the Rick I like.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
What made you guys want to become musicians? What was that spark that said that's what I want to do for each of you?
Yeah, my dad was a drummer. He's still a drummer. So I just kind of grew up around it.
Uh-huh.
And I started playing when I was like, 13 or so. And then when I was in my first band in high school, I was just like, yeah, you know what? This might be kind of cool to do this for a while. I didn't think I would be doing it this long. Because, when you're 15 or whatever, you don't think 20 years ahead. But,
yeah,
now that I am 20 years ahead, I still want to do it. I still get excited about playing shows, so I think I'll keep doing it for a while.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 7, and I remember my mom bought me an acoustic guitar. Started jamming to I have to say it again, but Metallica. I think Sanitarium, I think, was the first song I learned, and it just took off from there. And honestly, you know what? When the Home Sweet Home video from Motley Crue came out, there's like a particular moment in that video where I just looked at that and I was like, that's what I want to do in my life. I'm not really a big Motley Crue fan, but something about that video, that's like, that was it. That was a moment, being a little kid watching that, seeing, the craziness of, videos those days. I was like, that's what I want to do. But, it took a while to start playing shows and actually get a band together. But, yeah, and I agree with Rick. I mean, it's, 20-some-odd years later and still doing it, and I love it more every day.
Do you guys ever get any emails or, folks coming up after your shows or prior to your shows even, to even tell you that, hey, your music means a lot to them or it's helped them through some bad times or anything like that? If so, what's that mean to you guys, especially being locally like that?
It's actually surprising, like, the amount we get that. I'll get messages on Facebook, things like that. People hit me up all the time just saying, like, asking how to play a song or, like, asking about the lyrics of the song. And, like, I used to always say a long time ago when we started playing, I was like, if I could just play a show and have one guy just be excited about hearing our lyrics or hearing our songs or just being excited about what we're doing, like, that's what I wanted to accomplish in my life. Just to be able to say, like, there's a fan. That's somebody who appreciates what we're doing or appreciates the work we're doing. And, I mean, and every day we got more, and it's just, it's still so exciting to me. I can't even describe it.
Yeah, it's also a huge compliment when people come up to us after a show and they tell us that, like, watching us perform or play or whatever makes them want to go home and practice and be a better musician.
Yeah.
It's very, very humbling to hear that. Because I mean, I don't consider us virtuosos by any sense of the imagination, but it's cool that people are into what we're doing enough to say that it makes them want to do better at what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite Children of October moment, whether it be like on stage at a show that you guys can't believe that you're booked on, or just helping out somebody. Can you guys think of one possibly?
I went to see this ska band last November called Mephistopheles. They were huge in the I guess mid to late '90s with the ska boom, and they're one of my favorite bands. And we played with them in Pittsburgh in 2013. And after the show, their singer came up and he bought one of our shirts. I was like, well, that's cool. The singer from one of my favorite bands just bought our shirt. So, jump forward to last November. I went to see him over in Cleveland, and I picked up their new record. Didn't think anything of it. Got home, and I was looking at it, and on the back of the record is a picture of the band playing up in New York. They're from like Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of them playing live. I'm kind of squinting because it's kind of small and grainy, but in the picture on the back of the record, the singer is wearing his Children of October shirt.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Timmy?
Oh my goodness. I'm sitting here trying to think while he's talking, and I'm trying to think of that epic moment, and I can't put my finger on it. This is what always happens. Rick will bring up something. We'll be on some long drive heading to a show, and then he'll bring up some unforgettable moment. And I'm like, how the hell did I forget that? But
would you guys ever consider bringing out an acoustic CD? Maybe, possibly.
I actually did just play. Michael Graves was up here doing his acoustic tour about 2 months ago, and I did a acoustic set to open up for him. And I haven't done one since I think 2009 was the last time I did it, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. It seems like it's a trend right now. A lot of people are doing it, especially in this genre, and a lot of heavier genres. A lot of bands are doing acoustic CDs, acoustic sets, and I don't know. I feel like if I did something acoustic, I don't like putting out anything with the Children of October name that wouldn't have me and Rico doing something on it.
Right.
Right, Rick? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think we could
doing like a drum solo record and calling it Children of October.
I'm just gonna put out a record of Children of October drum tracks.
Yeah.
People will buy it.
People would buy it.
I think we could probably do an acoustic record with the both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not just acoustic guitars, but some sort of percussion in there.
Yeah. We've always had acoustic versions of our songs worked out just for these situations where these shows pop up here and there. But we never really put a whole ton of thought into them.
I just like to say, as a fan of your guys' music, thanks for what you guys do. I like it, so don't stop doing it, guys.
Thanks.
Sincerely appreciate that.
Yeah.
The Risen Dead is out. It's out right now, right? Or is it getting ready to come out? That's out right now, right?
Yeah, The Risen Dead came out last July.
And then the EP, you guys get ready. It's going to come out sometime this year, right?
It's either going to be out later this year or early next year.
Okay.
Yeah. And hopefully, if we're able to get it done, I would like to at least try to get an album done by the end of next year, like another full length.
Yeah.
I know we've been talking about that, but we'll see how it works out.
How can folks stay in touch with you guys, buy some merchandise? Because I know you guys got 2 albums right now that's currently being sold right now. That's being processed, I think. How can they do that, guys? And plus, the Darkest of the Dark Roast Tour, get tickets, things like that. How can they do that?
We got everything online. You can get all of our merch on our Bandcamp site. You just mentioned that we are reprinting 2 records. This is our 10th anniversary this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to reprint the first 2, I guess, releases that we put out. In 2006, we put out an EP called Tales from the Dark Side. And then in 2008, we put out a self-titled record. And much to my surprise, people still really wanted those 2 records. And I thought people had just forgotten about them. And then I don't know, Timmy posted something online about one or both of them, and people are like, you should reprint that. So we decided for the 10th anniversary, we would reprint them. So we did it like as a pre-order. So like you could pre-order it, or you can get it at a show. And I ordered a few extra, like, you know, above and beyond the pre-orders. So like if you didn't pre-order it, you can get it at a show, but we're not going to sell them online. All of our other stuff is up online. You can get everything digitally online. But as far as physical releases go, you can get the Risen Dead and the Hardcore EP. Die Baby Die is out of print. We haven't gotten any more printed yet. But like, you know, all of our other merch is on our Bandcamp site as well.
Before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my input.
Thanks, Timmy.
before I let you go, would one of you care to do a promo for the show, or both of you? I don't care.
Yeah.
Of course. All right, this is Children of October, and you are listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
This is Children of October, and you are listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great music coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and Uber City Radio. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.